Alright, here's page 2 of the second review. A little warning, I've got my son in the room with me now. He may say something here or there because he's playing a video game on the computer. The first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to take again the opposite of b over 2a. In this problem, bx is what the term that we're missing, so b is actually 0. We've done this before. 0 over 2 times negative 2. I don't care. I know that that is 0. Now keep in mind, it is x equals 0. I keep saying this. That is always the 0, or always the x value of the vertex. And plug that in. So I get negative 2 times 0 squared plus 6, which of course is just 6. Now I'm going to go plot that. 0, 6 right there. If there is no b, it's always going to have the vertex on the y-axis. Just saying. For the rest of the points, I got to plug these in. So I'm going to plug 2 in there. I'm going to show my work briefly, which is negative 2 plus 6, which is 4. So I have 1, 4 right here. I've got my line of reflection right here, so I'm going to reflect it over to there. And then that gives me negative 1, 4. I can just identify it by looking at it. 2, plug 2 in. 2 squared is 4, times negative 2 is negative 8, plus 6 is negative 2, so 2, negative 2 right there. Reflect it 2 away, so reflect it 2 away this way, and identify that as negative 2, and connect my dots. People lose silly points when they don't do this. Please make sure you at least connect your dots as well. Okay. Where is it increasing? Where is it decreasing? It is increasing as it goes that way, and it is decreasing as it goes that way. And what I showed you guys late is if you can just draw an arrow or a line below the line, then I gets that arrow and D gets that arrow. So it is decreasing as x is greater than 0, and it is increasing as x is less than 0. And we said that from, well, it always depends on this, that 0 is the reason it's here and here. If that was a 2, then those would be 2s, and so on. You'll see that as we go forward. For number 7, again, the opposite of b over 2a is, well, the opposite of b is 2 over 2 times a half, and 2 over 1 is, well, 2. So my axis of symmetry again is x equals 2. That 2 will then go here. I got to plug 2 in to get my other one, so I'm going to do that math up here. 1/2 times 2 squared minus 2 times 2 minus 6. 4, half of that is 2. Minus 4 minus 6. Negative 2 minus 6 is negative 8. Okay, this is why this graph is going by 2's. 2, negative 8 is right here. Get my y-intercept is 0, plug 0 in. That would go away, that would go away. I just get negative 6. Here's 0, negative 6 right here. Well, I'm going to plot that 2 away from my line of reflection. And so I'll go the other way too. And identify that as 4, negative 6. Okay. My negative 2 point, well, plug negative 2 in. I get 1/2 times negative 2 squared minus 2 times negative 2 minus 6. 4, half of that is 2. Positive, negative times a negative is positive. 6 minus 6 gives me 0. Negative 2, 0 is right there. I can reflect that 1, 2, 3, 4 away. 1, 2, 3, 4 away here to give me 6, 0, and connect my dots. Now again, if I draw this line up here and I determine that this is decreasing because it's going downhill, this is going uphill, so it's increasing. There's the arrows I need with each one. So x, decreasing gets that one, increasing gets that one, and it is again always dependent on the axis of symmetry. So I get 2 for each one of those. Okay. We'll move the page up here so you can see the last one. We've got our axis of symmetry and our vertex. Well, this is in vertex form, so please realize that those numbers given are your vertex, and it's always opposite, same because of the minus sign. This is x equals, well, the h value, which is 3, because again, these two values are always exactly the same. The y-intercept is 0, plug 0 in. Well, I got to do a little math here. Negative 1 times 0 minus 3 squared plus 8. Negative 1, this is negative 3 squared, which is 9, is negative 9 plus 8, which is negative 1. I got to start plotting some of this stuff here. 3, 8 is right here. 0, negative 1 is way down over here. How far away is that? 1, 2, 3 away. I had to go 1, 2, 3 more away, put that dot, and identify it as 6, negative 1. It wants me to plug in 2, so I plug in 2 and get negative 1 times. Well, let me show you the steps. Negative 1 times, this would be negative 1 squared is 1, and I get negative 1 plus 8, which is negative 7. So 2, negative 7 is right here. Reflect it 1 over, reflect it 1 more, and I get that point, which is 4 negatives, or 4, 7, sorry. That's what I meant here too, not negative, sorry. 4, 7. Connect my dots. And it is increasing that way, it is decreasing that way. So if I look at my arrows, increasing gets that arrow, decreasing gets that arrow, and the value of x for my axis of symmetry is always that number. Done with this, on to page 3 next.